welcome to Fox 9 Sports Now, and we are joined by NBA greatness Trent Tucker in studio. Also a guy that actually won a Big Ten championship with the Golden Gophers, one that was not redacted.
That's true.
Trent, thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're the last one. According to the record books,
that's true.
You were on the last team. 82 was the team that won it all.
We were a good basketball team back then. In 1978, we had the #1 recruiting class in the country to come in under Jim Dutcher, and it took us 4 years, Jim, to come together as a group. The Big Ten was so strong back then with guys like Ronnie Lester at Iowa and somebody we all know by the name of Magic Johnson at Michigan State.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
so when you bring in a top of high-class freshmen who think they can come in and run the Big Ten, Magic Johnson say, slow down, young fellas. It's going to take you guys some time. And it took us 4 years to get there, but we were a connected group. We stayed together. We got to know each other very well, and Jim Dutcher was a wonderful coach to play for.
Yeah, those were good times at the barn, no doubt about it. All right, NBA free agency tonight opening up, Trent, and some big pieces on the moves. But the Wolves, they're sitting this out. They have zero cash. They are right up against the salary cap. Actually, they're over it. They're into the second apron, apparently, which is meaning they're going to pay in excess of $70 million just in luxury taxes to keep this team together. Do you like this decision?
I like the deal because, you know, if you have a team now that can contend, you have to make sure you keep the important pieces, and it seems like ownership is willing to spend the money. They know that these opportunities don't come often. You don't have a team every day that's this good to contend for a championship, and I like to see what ownership is doing at this stage to keep this team together.
All right, the big pieces tonight, though, that are moving around for other teams, Klay Thompson, it looks like he's leaving Golden State. Paul George with the Clippers, but it sounds like he's going to Philadelphia. How big a deal is this?
It's a big deal for the Philadelphia 76ers for sure. Now they get an all-star type player to go along with Joel Embiid, and they believe that he could be the missing piece in the Eastern Conference to overtake the Boston Celtics.
All right, now to the Wolves. General Manager Tim Connelly says that he wants to run it back. The only thing he's going to plan on doing is signing his own free agents like Kyle Anderson. How critical was what Kyle did last year, and how critical is he moving forward in your eyes?
You know, Jim, when you get to this stage, you want to have veteran guys who understand exactly what their role is going to be. They understand what the offense is going to look like. They're great in the locker room, and then when you can keep guys who can make plays, especially at the end of playoff games, those guys are very important to have on your ball club.
All right, another guy that fits in that same category is Kyle McLaughlin, who is the backup to Mike Conley Jr. At times, he was one of the Wolves' best in the postseason and then got cold. So what would his role be if he returns, and can the Wolves survive without him if he becomes too expensive?
Well, you know, he's had some good playoff runs for them, especially a few years ago when they played against Memphis. He came in and showed that he could play at playoff time. You can never have too many good point guards, and if he's your third point guard, not a bad guy to have.
Well, the reason he would be the third guy is because of the biggest move the Wolves made on draft night, a huge trade that Conley pulled off, going out and getting what he sees as a piece that can fit as soon as next season. The Wolves jumping up to 8, grabbing Rob Dillingham from Kentucky. Did you like the deal when you heard it? Were you shocked? What were you thinking when you first heard about it on draft night?
You know, Jim, this was a great move for them because going forward, they knew at some point in time they needed to address the point guard situation. Mike Conley Jr. has been fantastic since he's come over from Utah, but you know when a guy goes into year number 18, you can't rely on him to play 38 minutes every single night and stay healthy come playoff time, so you're going to need a younger player to help him out as well.
All right, they say he can play next season. How hard is that? How ridiculous is that? I mean, he's 18, 19 years old, and the Wolves are expecting him to step in with that veteran group and run the show at point.
They're going to give him some time to gel and to grow up a little bit. He has a guy like Mike Conley Jr. that he can learn from, but also he has a team that just went to the Western Conference Finals. So all the pressure would not be on him to lead this basketball team. So he will have some time, some wiggle room where he can get himself together and then finally rush him into a situation where he can help this team coming down the stretch.
All right, one more on Dillingham and what he brings to the table. The Wolves talked about the scoring in the playoffs. everybody says, I assume you agree, that's what hurt them down the stretch was the offense wasn't there. They say this kid could be a scorer like that. Can somebody walk in off the street like that?
It's going to take some time. The only guy I've seen who was able to do that, his name was Michael Jordan. And I don't think Michael Jordan's going to walk through those doors anytime soon. But, you know, he's a guy that can put the ball in the basket, and you need those guys, especially who can come in off the bench at playoff time and give you a punch. But I think this young man, like you mentioned before, you know, he's going to play up much sooner than later.
All right, we were looking at video of the Wolves' first-round pick that they actually had coming into the draft. That was guard Terrence Shannon, another player that has some great potential. And these guys have to pan out, don't they? Because of the fact that there's no future first-round picks coming for a long time for this team.
Well, you know, they're in a good situation, Jim, because they're not going to a bad team where they have to perform right away.
Okay.
When you go to a veteran team that has some guys who are all-star type players, that gives you some room to grow. You know, they're going to be very important, and for sure. You're going to need these guys to come and play much sooner than later, like I mentioned before, but they still have some time because they don't have to come in and carry the basketball team from day one.
All right, and the Wolves also running it back with head coach Chris Finch, a new 4-year extension. Now, I know there's been times in the past where we've discussed his in-game coaching is a bit strange at times. Things quite don't work out as you would think. But is he the right man? Did he show you something in this playoff run that said, yeah, he could figure this out, he is the man to move forward with?
You know, Jim, he is the coach of this team, and these guys believe in him, and he has gotten them to a Western Conference Finals. And I think it's the right thing to do is to bring him back to see if he can finish off the job. And when you have a guy and the players believe in him and they're willing to do all the things they need to do in the offseason to make themselves better, that shows me they have the right leader in place.
All right, we will see where it all goes. Straight